You've probably heard for years that salt is the enemy, that cutting it out completely protects your heart and blood pressure. But what if that's not entirely true, especially after 60? Recent studies reveal that both too much and too little salt can quietly harm your heart, kidneys, and even your brain. In today's episode, we'll uncover the hidden truth about salt after 60 and how to strike the balance that keeps your body strong. Salt isn't just a seasoning, it's a mineral your body depends on to function. Sodium helps regulate fluid balance, nerve signals, and muscle contractions. But after 60, your body's ability to manage sodium shifts dramatically. Kidneys, which filter excess sodium from the blood, naturally become less efficient with age. That means the same amount of salt you enjoyed in your 40s can now raise your blood pressure faster and strain your heart. At the same time, older adults are more likely to take medications, like diuretics, ACE inhibitors, or beta blockers, that alter sodium levels. Combine that with reduced thirst sensitivity and lower overall fluid intake, and you've got a recipe for imbalance. Too much sodium raises blood pressure, increasing the risk of stroke and heart failure. But too little sodium, a condition called hyponatremia, can be equally dangerous, leading to fatigue, confusion, dizziness, and even fainting. This is why a one-size-fits-all salt rule doesn't work for seniors. Your body's relationship with salt depends on your kidney function, medication use, hydration level, and daily diet. What used to be safe may now push your body toward instability. Understanding this shift is the first step to protecting your health. It's not about cutting salt out entirely, it's about restoring control. For seniors, the goal isn't no salt, but the right amount of salt, at the right time, for a body that's changed more than you might realize. When you consume too much salt, your body reacts instantly. It holds onto extra water to dilute the sodium in your bloodstream. For younger adults, the kidneys quickly flush out the excess, but after 60, this process slows down. The result? Your blood volume increases, forcing your heart to pump harder and putting constant pressure on your arteries. Over time, this leads to hypertension, swollen ankles, and a higher risk of stroke or heart failure. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that even a modest increase in daily sodium can raise systolic blood pressure by up to 6 points in older adults, enough to move someone from a safe range into the danger zone. What's more, this strain doesn't just affect your heart. High sodium levels also damage the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys and brain, accelerating cognitive decline and kidney disease. Another overlooked effect is dehydration. Excess sodium pulls water out of your cells, leaving your muscles stiff, your skin dry, and your energy levels unstable. Seniors who consume processed soups, canned foods, or fast meals are especially vulnerable since these often hide massive amounts of sodium under labels like sodium bicarbonate or monosodium glutamate. The danger lies not in one salty meal, but in the steady buildup. Every extra pinch adds up, one that the aging body struggles to manage. Over time, what feels like a simple flavor choice becomes a silent threat, tightening arteries, draining hydration, and burdening the organs that keep you alive. For years, health advice has focused on cutting back salt, but for seniors, going too far in that direction can be just as dangerous. Your body still needs sodium to keep nerves firing, muscles contracting, and fluids balanced. When you consistently eat too little salt, sodium levels in your blood can drop below normal, a condition called hyponatremia. It's far more common in older adults than most realize. Hyponatremia doesn't always announce itself with clear symptoms. It begins quietly. You might feel weak, dizzy, or mentally foggy. Many seniors mistake it for fatigue or aging, but as sodium continues to fall, it can trigger confusion, nausea, unsteady walking, and even fainting spells. In severe cases, it can cause seizures or hospitalization. The reason this happens so easily after 60 is that your kidneys and hormones become less efficient at maintaining electrolyte balance. Many seniors also drink more water than necessary, especially after hearing that hydration is key without replacing electrolytes. Combine that with a low-sodium diet or water pills, and your sodium levels can crash faster than you think. Research from the American Journal of Medicine found that nearly 1 in 5 seniors on a strict low-sodium diet experienced mild hyponatremia, and most had no idea. Their symptoms, muscle cramps, low blood pressure, or dizziness, were often dismissed as normal aging. The takeaway? Salt restriction without balance can be harmful. Seniors need to approach sodium like medicine, not too much, not too little, but precisely enough to keep the body stable. Finding your ideal salt balance isn't about counting every grain. It's about awareness and adjustment. Most health experts recommend that adults over 60 aim for 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day, depending on health conditions and medications. But the real goal is not just to hit a number, it's to maintain steady hydration, stable blood pressure, and strong circulation. Start by identifying your sodium sources. Most excess salt doesn't come from the salt shaker. It comes from processed foods. Canned soups, sauces, deli meats, cheeses, and even breakfast cereals can quietly deliver over half your daily limit in a single serving. Reading labels is essential. Look for low sodium, no added salt, or sodium-free options when possible. But don't cut all salt overnight. If you drastically reduce sodium too fast, your body may react with fatigue, dizziness, or low blood pressure. Instead, reduce gradually over a few weeks to allow your taste buds and blood chemistry to adapt. Balance is the key. For every gram of sodium, make sure you're supporting it with potassium, found in foods like bananas, spinach, beans, and sweet potatoes. Potassium helps counteract sodium's pressure-raising effect by relaxing blood vessels and flushing out excess fluid. Hydration plays a vital role too. When you drink water steadily throughout the day, instead of all at once, your kidneys can maintain better sodium control. Think sip and balance, not chug and flush. Finally, check your sodium levels during routine blood tests, especially if you take water pills, blood pressure medications, or have kidney issues. This helps you find your personal balance, the sweet spot where your heart, brain, and muscles all work in harmony. Salt gives food flavor, but after 60, it's time to season smarter, not heavier. The goal isn't to strip taste away, it's to replace sodium with richness and aroma. Fortunately, nature provides dozens of salt-free ways to make meals delicious while protecting your heart and kidneys. Start with herbs and spices. Basil, rosemary, turmeric, garlic, cumin, and dill add depth and complexity without adding sodium. Many of these also offer anti-inflammatory benefits that support circulation and joint health. For example, rosemary improves blood flow, turmeric reduces inflammation, and garlic helps stabilize cholesterol, making them powerful allies for aging bodies. Citrus is another secret weapon. A splash of lemon or lime juice can instantly brighten flavors and trick your taste buds into thinking there's salt present. Similarly, vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar or balsamic, brings tang and balance that reduce the need for sodium. Another tip is to cook with texture. Crunchy vegetables, roasted nuts, or lightly toasted seeds add contrast that satisfies the palate even when meals are lower in salt. Texture stimulates the senses, helping food feel more complete. You can also enhance flavor with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. They carry herbs and spices better than dry seasonings and give meals a natural, savory finish. If you crave salt, use small bursts strategically. Sprinkle a pinch at the end of cooking rather than throughout. This gives stronger taste perception with less sodium overall. By retraining your taste buds gradually, you'll discover that less salt doesn't mean less pleasure. In fact, with time, you'll start to appreciate the subtle flavors you once missed beneath the salt. Eating becomes not only healthier but more mindful, a sensory experience that supports longevity. A healthy relationship with salt after 60 isn't about fear, it's about respect. Sodium is neither friend nor enemy. It's a tool your body needs in balance. The key is to manage it consciously rather than letting it control you. That means listening to your body's signals and supporting it with smart daily habits that protect your heart, brain, and energy. First, pay attention to your body's early warning signs. Frequent thirst, swelling in your hands or feet, or constant fatigue can indicate sodium imbalance, too much or too little. If you notice these symptoms, track your diet for a few days. You'll often spot hidden sodium sources or hydration gaps you didn't realize existed. Second, make blood pressure checks a habit. High sodium sensitivity is more common after 60, and early detection is crucial. Even small improvements, reducing processed food, drinking enough water, or adding potassium-rich produce, can lower readings significantly in a matter of weeks. Third, stay consistent rather than extreme. Some days you'll eat more sodium, others less, and that's fine. What matters most is your weekly average and how well your kidneys and heart handle it. Extremes like no salt weeks or heavy fast food meals are what truly disrupt balance. Fourth, combine sodium control with movement. Light exercise like walking or swimming helps flush out excess sodium naturally through sweat while improving heart health. The body handles salt far better when circulation is strong and muscles are active. Finally, remember, your taste for salt can reset at any age. Within 4 to 6 weeks of moderate reduction, most people's palates adjust and old cravings fade. What once tasted bland becomes perfectly balanced. In the end, managing salt wisely is an act of empowerment. You're not just preventing disease, you're taking charge of your health, one conscious choice at a time. Salt has shaped human health for thousands of years. But after 60, it becomes a delicate balance between nourishment and harm. Too much strains your heart, too little weakens your body. The secret is awareness. When you season with intention, hydrate wisely, and listen to your body, salt transforms from a silent risk into a silent ally. Aging well isn't about restriction, it's about balance, and that balance begins with every pinch you choose.